Welcome back. We are discussing the security aspect for the mobile and handheld devices. We have seen that an organization need to establish the security practices that will address the organizational security objective, legal constraints and external constraints. So this is called as managing the proliferation of handheld devices. What is proliferation? It means rapid increase in number or amount of something. It is happening right now. We can observe more and more use of mobile devices for doing the office job. So, to ensure security in such situation, there must be a security policy addressing mobile devices. Now, to make sure such policy is designed and established properly, an organization must have, first of all, the best security technology, and then using that security technology, organization should have a policy that is properly enforced, that is the proper enforcement of policy and use of best security technology that is essential to ensure the security of organization for the mobile and handheld devices. Now this can be assured if the proper authorized person of the organization like the CEO, president or director will participate right from the policy making activity and ensure that policy is established throughout the organization. That is, all the aspects of policy are sincerely followed by everyone in the organization. Now, to design such policy, first of all, the organization should keep a record of all the mobile devices which are used to serve the organization. That is, irrespective of that device belongs to whether the organization or the employee. It may be written down into a register called as the corporate asset register. It can be in the form of soft copy or hard copy. The organization must keep a detailed record of various devices which are being used to perform the company work. Another aspect of security is that once the employees leave the organization, his or her access should be removed from all the devices. And if the employee is using his or her own devices to perform the company work, such permissions should be cancelled. That is called as the deactivating the employee from the organizational resources. Also, you can do the cleanup job. That means, if there are some default logins set up by the employee on the organizational devices and laptops, so you must make sure to delete all cookies. And if employee device is having some access histories to the organizational data and databases, that also should be removed. Now there is one important aspect, and that is making the enterprise to accept more and more mobility solutions. That is the generation Y scenario. What is it? It is that if you have more and more young generation people inside your organization which are working on the technology, generally they prefer the upcoming technologies. For example, they may prefer instant messaging over the email. That is the situation right now with all of us in the institute. We all are preferring the WhatsApp to communicate with you people rather than email. Although we all are having our email accounts, and you students also have your email accounts, we are giving you messages through the WhatsApp because it is more comfortable for us, right? So that is one example. And also these young generation people, they prefer to use their personal devices to do the office work, because In that way, they can enjoy the flexibility and the technological comfort. That is, some are comfortable with the Windows, others are comfortable with the Linux. In the same way, some are comfortable with Android or the iOS. So this brings more flexible solutions into picture, and it also increases the security requirement of the organization. But the problem is that the senior persons who are generally old, or the reverse, the old persons who generally hold the senior positions inside an organization, they are sometimes rigid to such changes at the office place, and mostly they are the decision makers. So we can take an example, that is, if they are the key person into decision makers, they can make a decision to prohibit the use of social media for the office communication altogether, rather than setting some policy how to use the social media. So, but such policy will not be successful, because employees may create their own unofficial groups, and through that they will do the communication, and the ultimate purpose of that communication will be to do the office job. So, but what is happening here? The policy is getting failed. So, such situations can complicate the things from the security point of view, and especially when such communications are occurring on the mobile devices which can go outside the office premises. So the better option will be that the organizations will adopt such new technologies and set up rules and guidelines for its proper use. Now that is the one aspect of adapting the security policy for the mobile devices. Now we will just expand our spectrum of the mobile devices. We will cover the unconventional and stealth storage devices. What are the unconventional devices? Which are not looking as the normal storage devices. Here you can see the example on this PPT. There is a glass with some memory card, there is a locket with some card inside, or there is a leather band having the storage device inside, or the small card inside it. So that is unconventional, or the stealth. Stealth means which will be serving a different purpose, means which will be not looking like a normal device, normal storage device. You can also hit the web to see what are the other kind of devices available. See here, this is one device. This is a wristwatch with the USB storage facility. Again, they are available into such different shapes and formats, and so such things are there. You can also see it on a lot of other websites like this. So these are the devices, storage devices, which are right now available in the market. So what is the problem here? Problem is that the firewalls and the antivirus softwares, they prove no defense against such open USB ports. Right now each and every computer is equipped with the USB ports, and we all know that although we have firewalls that is set inside an organization, the firewalls do not protect the access to the system resources through the open USB ports. And also, if you have the antivirus softwares installed on your systems, they generally don't prove to be a proper protection against the access to such USB ports. You might have observed that whenever you connect any type of new devices to the USB port, it will just take a couple of seconds for configuring the new device, and then you will get a message that the device is ready to use. You may connect a mouse, you can connect a smartphone, you can connect any other thing, and within a couple of seconds those devices get configured to the system and they are ready to use. So what is the harm here? Harm is that whatever is the organizational sensitive data, that can be copied inside those devices, as well as they can act as a tool for the harmful viruses or worms that can be uploaded into the organizational system. So that is the threat here. So again, for such devices also, organizations must have policies to block these ports. Now how you can do that, right? How you can block these ports, or you can provide the controlled access. Controlled access means that access permission is given through the level or the designation of the employee. So that is not possible through some operating systems, especially through the Windows, because you cannot set the access permission to the USB port. You cannot analyze what kind of login it is, and accordingly you will allow the employee to say not access the USB port for say cell phone, or not access the USB port for storage device, and only access the port for the keyboard and mouse. That is not possible through the operating system.